So in Surah 9931, this Muslim says about this Quran verse, says, "Do you know what Quran mean? They have taken their rabbis and monks, as well as the Messiah, son of Mary, as lords besides Allah. When people follow the laws created by monks and rabbi, that people take the rabbi as the Lord, that's what it means. Why is it so difficult to understand this verse? For Jesus, because they claim Jesus is God and pray to Jesus. This statement in Quran is accurately describing what happening now. So never mind your English. I'm sure this isn't your first language, so I'm not going to bother you too much on that. But sadly for you, you're appealing to translation, right? What Allah revealed, right? It says in the original Arabic, they have taken their rabbis and their monks as lords besides Allah wal Masiha and the Messiah, right? Arbaba min duni Allahi wal Masiha. Very simple. Son of Maryam, and not they were commanded except that they worshipped one God. Is there no God except Him? Glory be to Him from what they associate. So in this Quran verse, Allah is correcting the Jews. He's saying, don't take anybody else but me as Lord. But what he says in the original Arabic is they've taken the rabbis and their monks and lords besides Allah and the Messiah. Very simple, right? So in this comment, the same guy says, "Why so difficult to understand? All of us will return, or taken back to the Creator, including Jesus, and we don't worship creation that return to Allah." So in the verse itself, it says, "When said Allah, O Isa, indeed I will take you and raise you to myself." Right? It doesn't say He's going to take all of us. Jesus Christ didn't taste death. He was raised to Allah, the very presence of Allah, and he'll be brought back down, and he'll be taken back where? Not to the second heaven, but to Allah, the presence of Allah. This is what all of the commentators of the Quran say. We go to Jalal al-Jalaid. It says, "And mention when God said, O Jesus, I'm gathering you and seizing you and raising you unto me, away from the world without death, and I am cleansing you of removing you far away from those who disbelieved. And I'm setting those who follow you, those Christians and Muslims who believed in your prophethood, above those who disbelieved. In you, namely the Jews, becoming above them through definitive argument and the sword, until the day of resurrection. Then to me shall be your return, and I will decide between you as to what you were at variance about as regards religion." And Jalal Jalaid clearly says that Jesus Christ will be taken to the presence of Allah, right? And then he'll come back down on the day of resurrection. And then he'll basically die, and then he'll be raised back to Allah, the very presence of Allah. This is also Kashani's view. "I shall gather you, that is, I shall seize you unto me from among them, and raise you to me, that is, to the heaven above the spirit alongside me. And I shall cleanse you of the impurity of being alongside those who disbelieved from among the vile faculties and their scheming, and from the vileness of their company. And I shall set those who follow you of the spiritual ones above those who disbelieved, of the ego-centric ones, until the day of the greater resurrection and the arrival at the station of the unity. Then on that day, to me shall be your return. I shall decide between you in truth." So when Jesus Christ is taken to Allah, that means He's taken above creation. Allah is above the seventh heaven. He's above His throne. Every single thing that is creation is under Allah. When Jesus Christ is raised to the standard in a physical sense, it is meaning that He is no longer the creation of Allah, and all of Allah's creation is under Jesus as well. So this comment, the guy says that I'm trying to change things to fit my own narrative. Now, let's go into what the Quran verse says again. "Taken and their monks as lords, besides Allah and the Messiah wal Masiha." It says, "Arbaban min duni wal Allahi wal Masiha." Allahi wal Masiha. Very simple. It's saying, right? Allah, He's correcting the Jews, saying, don't take your rabbis and monks as lords, besides Allah and the Messiah. Very simple. And with the tashkil, they say that this is grammatically similar, and they place it in the Messiah with the monks and the rabbis. Now, my argument to this is that the Quran wasn't with the Tashkil originally. Without the Tashkil, it would not be grammatically similar. The reason why I know this is because without the tashkil, the meaning of the words in Arabic would and can become ambiguous, which is why these marks and stuff like that are placed there. These tashkils are placed there, right? Without it, it would not be grammatically similar, meaning Allah originally revealed it to say they have taken the rabbis and their monks as lords besides Allah and the Messiah. Arbaba min duni Allahi wal Masiha wal Masih. We got quite the accusation here. This next comment says, firstly, I'm Christian and I believe that Jesus is God, but this verse is edited to fit what you're saying. The original verse does not say this. He's appealing to translation. The original verse is in fact this, right? I can refresh my page. Very simple. It says, right? I'm not editing it, right? It's not edited by me, right? It's not Abdul Masih's Quran here, all right? They have taken the rabbis and the monks as lords besides Allah and the Messiah, son of Miriam, right? We could go to several different Qurans, like Bari, which he said, they have taken the rabbis and the monks as lords apart from God and the Messiah, Mary's son, right? Shakir, he said, they've taken their doctors of law and their monks for lords besides Allah, and it has been abrogated. Somebody put also, the original one said, and the Messiah, son of Miriam. Very clearly, Shakir agrees with me. Translators that agree with me also, and this is what it says. This Quran has not been abrogated or corrupted. This is the original. This is a transliteration of the Quran. This is Quran.com. It's not a corruption. Very simple. It just says they've taken their rabbis and their monks as lords besides Allah and the Messiah. The Quran you have is probably from a translation that is flawed and false. So you are the one that are changing things to fit to your narrative. Now this commenter says, Quran 9:31, they have taken their rabbis and their monks, and then he puts in quotations, as well as the Messiah, because the Quran verse doesn't fucking say this, as well as the Messiah, son of Mary, as lords besides Allah, even though they were commanded to worship none but one God. There is no God worthy of worship except Him. Glorified is He above what they associate with Him. There is no other God, not even Isa, son of Miriam, is not God besides Allah. My three Christian friends understand this message, but you, oh man, may Allah guide you. Your three Christian friends must be caught in a deception or a curse under Allah, because the verse doesn't fucking say what you're saying. It doesn't. You would have to put in quotation son of Mary, because that's not even where son of Mary is in the verse. I'm gonna show you the verse one more time, right? They have taken their monks, their rabbis and their monks, arbaba min duni Allahi wal Masih, as lords besides Allah and the Messiah, son of Mary. So you would have to put this here, right? So you'd have to say they've taken the rabbis and their monks and the Messiah, son of Miriam, as lords besides Allah, right? It doesn't say that's in the original Arabic though, because Allah revealed it this way, and your tashkil that was added in later on helps you with this. This is where you get this idea that this is put here, because it's there. But I just demonstrated to you that without the tashkil, with the skeleton text, it's not saying what the fuck you're saying. It's not on your side. You, my friend, have made your own Quran. You should go make honestly, I would love to read it. Just make sure to put in quotations whatever you fucking change. Thank you very much.